George Hill out there with Kyle Corbin. And playing at center, a ferocious rebounder with tremendous skills to match out of UCLA, Kevin Love. And it's LeBron James. And it's Green in at the power forward.
Yeah, he's one of the best post passers there is in the NBA. And that gives him an added element to his game that makes him that much tougher to deal with.
And he's a great three-point shooter, too, especially when he lets it go from one of those corners. He doesn't miss many of those. I tell you what, the Cavs can certainly attest to how strong the Central Division was last year. It was a big problem for the Cavs finding wins against the rest of their division mates, and they ended up last in the Central Division standings.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. Now the dish to Turner. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And for the Cavs, nobody expected them to win the Central by any means. But, Steve, their fans were hoping they could avoid another finish at the bottom. Of the heap and a division record of 3-13.
Well, that's 3 straight finishes at the bottom of the Central Division for them. But look, this is a tough group of teams with Indiana and Chicago, of course, at the top. But, Cleveland is a young team. They're going up against some veteran squads. They should be better as this season goes on and as their young players continue to improve.
Now Collison. Jeff Green missing from long range. Turner with a screen on Hill. Collison the pass to Turner. And stolen by LeBron. Now Cleveland moving it up. Cannot hit. Some solid defense from Oladipo.
You know, every great player needs someone to push them to be better. LeBron said last year that, you know, that's what Kevin Durant does with him. And I think he works as hard as he does, knowing that Durant is coming to try to take his spot as the best player in the league.
Collison, no good. And so here's Cleveland. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I spoke with the Cavaliers head coach for just a bit. Shoot first and ask questions later is a philosophy all players can get with and one he instilled in his team today. With the shooters they've got, he wants any open look to immediately result in a jump shot. Players love it, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. No, Clark, hard to create spacing without the three.
I agree there. I mean, I'd say it's almost impossible with the size and speed of players in this day and age.
And going back to LeBron for the time being, he's solidified Clark his standing. I think everyone would agree is the best player in the NBA.
Well, how about 4 league MVP trophies to his credit? One of only 5 players in league history to win that many. One of only a few players to be both MVP of the league and MVP of the finals in the same year. So, enough said.
And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Well, with only 1 attempt so far falling, this is not looking good. 1 for 4 so far.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. The feed to Turner. Working on Love. Shots good by Turner. Turner's got 5 now. Cavaliers leading. Outside Hill. A stupendous finish inside.
And I like that move to the hoop. You use your speed, go around the bigger defender.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
For the 3. The shot's good from Bogdanovich. And it's a tie ball game.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open. You know, it had been a while since the Pacers were able to win their division. Matter of fact, the last time it happened was the season right before the NBA realigned the divisions to their current state back in 2004. But they were able to raise another banner last season.
Now, here is Hill. Hits the three-point bomb. Hill's got his second basket of the night.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Collison against Hill. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Collison. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And Young, here we go. takes it up with both hands and rips it down. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Well, a big part of why the Pacers were able to take the Central, as you were saying, they were so dominant within their division.
Well, they went 13-3 against their division, so not an easy thing to do. Although, if you look at the Central, it was down last year. Derrick Rose's injury, but also rebuilding teams in Milwaukee and Detroit and Cleveland. But the Pacers did what they needed to do.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Tipped away. It's stolen by Jefferson. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the score by Indiana. J.R. Smith on the wing. Here's Amici. Tries again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first free throw is good.
It'll look like another year where Tristan Thompson would just be a role player for the Cavs. But when Anderson Varejao went down with the injury, Thompson really seized the opportunity to become a more prominent player for the Cavaliers, and he made a lot of improvement.
And you look at Thompson, a force on the offensive glass to be sure. How big a scorer, Clark, do you think he can be?
Well, I don't know if he's a shooter based on the form. He's got some mechanics that he needs to work out in his shot. But I love his arms, his length, his bounce, his motor. I think if he continues to work on his post moves, develop a go-to move, who knows, he could become more than serviceable as an offensive player.
Jefferson setting the pick for Stevenson. Another shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Pacers have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And this was an excellent free throw shooting team a year ago, guys. About 81% as a team.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
From midcourt. No good on that last second attempt there. It's a tie game here in Cleveland. Stay with. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter.
You know, in order to win your division, you have to be able to win games against the rest of your conference, and that's exactly what Indiana did last season. A tough team and a tough division, and they gave no ground to other teams in the East.
Shot by Joseph, no good. Here's Hood. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Guys, it's hard to doubt that LeBron James, after 2 straight titles and 4 MVPs in the last 5 years, seems to be at the top of his game. LeBron candidly said, quote, "I'm at my highest peak. I don't know if I can continue to improve," but he certainly remains motivated, saying, quote, "At the end of the day, I have a goal to be the best of all time, and I'm going to put that pressure on myself." And Kevin, if he can just stay at this level for a long period of time, he may get there.
I like his chances. Thanks. And Indiana making a change here. Young's checked in. And the Pacers, as you mentioned, Clark, very solid against the other teams in the East as they would cruise to a 31-20 record against the rest of the conference.
And really, that's because this team is built to handle anything that's thrown at them. Kevin, it's a big, strong, kind of old-school team. They'll pound you inside, they rebound, they protect the paint. There aren't a lot of matchups that seem to bother this team.
Oh my God,
Trevor
I just
Booker,
got that.
known mostly as a guy you bring in to up the energy level of the team. I thought last season he might step into a bigger role in the rotation, but actually saw his minutes decline from his second year in the league.
And Booker undersized for the power forward spot at 6'8", but he's strong, gets off the floor well.
Yeah, he's a hustle guy. Brings a lot of toughness and rebounding to the game. He was guys that teammates love to have on their squad just because of what he brings. If he can improve that jump shot and his free throw shooting, that's where you might see him turn the corner.
And it's Stevenson missing. The Cavaliers shooting only 31% their offense.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Here's Booker, following the score by Cleveland. Smith right side, changes up. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block and a three-point play chance here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Now here's Turner. 5 points in the game. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. First one falls for him.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one. Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Amici defended by Young. Count that one. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Passes it to Stevenson. Drills it from outside. Stevenson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Man's no good.
That was almost a highlight reel play, but they couldn't quite see that.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Amici, he's guarded by Stevenson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
That's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. Pacers trail by 4. Outside Collison. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Now Oladipo. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The shot by Turner, no good.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Here's Amici. They get it again. Love. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Cavaliers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And the first one at the line is good.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
They struggled a bit at the line earlier, but they found a nice comfort zone there now here in the second. They've been red hot from the strike.
Collison kicks to Young. Turner, he's guarded by Love. Love against Turner. The kick out to Collison. Young. Lock at 6. Young off a pick from Turner. Young against LeBron. Young's shot is off.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Closing in on 4 minutes play here in the second quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And Cleveland making a change here. Bogdanovich passes to Turner. Puts the move on. And it's good on the way in. Turner's got 9.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
1:02 left in the first half. And it's Hill penetrating. That's the bucket. Hill's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
And Young kicks to Oladipo. It's stolen by Smith.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Pacers trail by 8. Collison dishes to Oladipo. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Oladipo.
Oh my God, I just got that.
23 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's LeBron. The kick out to Hill. Stolen by Collison. Here's Oladipo. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers on
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's time for the Sunday night halftime report. The Cleveland Cavaliers ahead against Indiana. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. George Hill making the most of his minutes. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? And doing their best to stay alive, the Indiana Pacers. It's been a hard-fought game, but they've risen to the challenge, really showing what they're made of. Victor Oladipo has been doing his thing, and also Al Jefferson with great work for him in the first half, too. That's it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
the third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Hill playing well. He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Going forward, I think it'd be a good idea to let him spend a little more time behind the arc. He looks like he has a nice touch from out there.
And Turner kicks to Young. Turner with a screen on Green. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by Jeff Green. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Dishes at the corner. Takes the 3. Cleveland gets it back. Now here's Oladipo. No good with the layup.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Here's LeBron, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, for LeBron James, guys, the stats say it all. He's always a beast. But when you play him at the power forward position, his numbers take on a whole nother level of excellence.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. Well, they may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Following the score by Indiana. Hill, smooth as silk on the finger roll. Hill's got 11 points. And Clark, you mentioned LeBron playing at the 4 being a tough matchup for teams. Steve, why is that?
Well, we've seen the same thing with Carmelo Anthony, a guy who's playing at the 4, who has great size and strength, but also ball handling ability. It compromises the defense, particularly when you put shooters around him.
And for 3, Collison kept alive by Indiana. Indiana moving it around. The kick out to Young. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Young's got his second bucket.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Love the pass to Hill. He feeds it to Korver. Shot clock at 6. A fader. The Pacers pull it in. Outside Collison. Back to Young. Turner with the screen for Young. Outside Collison. Hands it from downtown. And now just a 2-point Cleveland lead.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Well, it took them a while, but they're finally starting to get some rhythm offensively on the outside.
The drive by Hill, and there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Al Jefferson's checked in for Turner. Now here's LeBron. It's blocked. Now here's Oladipo, defended by Corbin. For the tie, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, Kevin, he's extremely adept at creating his own shot. You know, we got a lot of catch-and-shoot guys in the NBA, but players who can beat you off the dribble and score are tough to come by.
And every team needs a player like him, a guy who contributes each and every night by doing just the little things and doing them well, like getting on the floor for loose balls.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Green's checked in.
Victor Oladipo, a 6'5" shooting guard out of Indiana. You know, when you talk about athleticism, toughness, defense, grit, work ethic, those are the selling points. And I think he'll be a stingy defender from day one. And as he continues to improve his shooting, Oladipo has a chance to be a star.
Now here's Jefferson. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Collison. The pass to Young. For the lead. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And back to Oladipo. And Steve, you mentioned his shooting's at still a little inconsistent, but Clark, more of a slasher at the college level that maybe could see an improved shot as he goes to the pros.
Well, he certainly has his fans among NBA GMs. The athleticism is there. The work ethic is there. I thought his shot improved dramatically during his college career, so this is a kid that I think is going to just continue to get better and better.
And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. That's going to send Victor Oladipo to the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Kevin Love's checked in for Indiana. For Indiana, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
Gosh, I just got that.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pacers making a switch here. Collison's out there. 1:02 left in the third. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Korver's got his second bucket of the night. Guys, we're not through 3/4 of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one could come down in the last few minutes the way it looks.
Turner. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
The Cavaliers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Joseph. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Makes the lead pass. They swipe it. Stolen by Joseph. Number 11. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
And here is Hill. He's got 15. LeBron gets the screen from Korver. Back to LeBron. He dishes it to Korver from past the arc. No luck. And we just finished the first quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Indiana?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And another area where they've done a great job tonight is forcing the issue defensively and getting some steals.
Good, the pass to LeBron. Five to shoot. Here's Amici. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Bogdanovich. Kicks to Turner. Left side, Turner. Young outside. Back to Turner. He passes to Oladipo. No good off the back of the rim. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Hood. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Well, he's established himself as one of the league's premier clutch performers, with some unbelievable plays down the stretch of tight ball games.
Very true, Steve. I mean, he's also one of those guys who doesn't take long at all to get on a roll offensively. He's a fun player to watch when he gets hot.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after the miss from Turner. Hood gets the bucket.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into the position they're in right now.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, I had a chance to find out what Nate McMillan was discussing with his players. As this game approaches its finale, the outcome's still undecided. He told them, we're not far, fellas. It's within reach. Seize the moment and walk away with a win. Guys?
Boy, this is shaping up to be a real barn burner.
Well, I think it already is. I mean, we're going to find out which team tightens up under the pressure and which one can stay poised.
Hill kicks to Korver. Pass to Love. Jeff Green on the wing. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Feeds to Young. Oladipo. Young sets a screen for Oladipo. Off the pick. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get. But so far, he hasn't been able to get to the line like he did in the first. The defense is playing him a little bit smarter, backing off of him a bit and defending without foul.
Now here's Collison. George Hill missing his last shot. Back to Collison. He kicks it to Oladipo. Gets the front of the rim and out. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And it's Hill. That's on the assist by LeBron. And that's now 17 points for Hill. The kick out to Young. There's the dish to Oladipo. Outside Collison. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Number 11. And that one's good.
Nice soft touch to drop that one.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're up by 1. There's a minute 47 left in the game. It's off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hill, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Hill's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? Really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Collison dishes to Young. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
He just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Pacers trail by 3. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Oladipo with the ball. The feed to Collison. Young, just fine on the clock. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Yeah, the crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
Now, here is Hill. Passes it to Green. The kick out to Hill. For 3! No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Collison off the pick from Young. Collison kicks to Oladipo to take the lead. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. And the Cavaliers call time here. Jimmy's check in for the Pacers. Cavaliers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. LeBron outside. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
This is to Korver. From downtown. Bullseye. And the Pacers call time here. They're down by 3. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You got 3-point shooters.
Who are these people? I just woke